you have the ability to make money off of Polymarket and other betting sites without ever placing a bet. Let's check it out. So let's start off by talking about what Polymarket is in the first place. I learned about this recently. It actually came up in one of our real estate sales meetings, and I didn't know that you can bet on things like the election. These are the trending topics today. The Nobel Peace Prize winner, New York City mayoral election. Not looking good for Cuomo. World Series champion. Wait a minute, where's my Mariners? I wonder what that does say about the Mariners game tomorrow. What the Fed is going to do. If they're going to do a decrease of 25 basis points or 50 plus basis points, I would agree with that one. Eagles and Giants game, so sports as you would normally suspect. Let's see, do we see the Mariners on here? Mariners. How about this? Trump invokes the Insurrection Act by October 31st or by December 31st. Oh my God. Okay, so we won't do politics. Drivers' Championship. I do love F1. I mean, it is Piastri's to lose for sure. Is it going to be Newsom for the DNC or AOC? If it's JD Vance versus Gavin Newsom, right now it's JD Vance in the lead. All right. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, 4%. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. Let's see if they got the Mariners game for tomorrow night on there. Mariners. Tigers versus Mariners. Oh, screw you. My Mariners have got to make their first trip past the first round here. Come on, guys. So yeah, you can bet on it right there. But we're going to talk about how you can make money by not betting. Okay. So one of the other things that you can bet on in Polymarket is crypto. Now, I would love to know, please put in the comments below. I need help wrapping my mind around this. If you're going to bet on Bitcoin, wouldn't you just do it by buying or cryptocurrency? Wouldn't you just buy that cryptocurrency or sell that cryptocurrency if you feel like it's going to drop or, long or short it? So airdrop, okay, I get that. Will Monad have an airdrop by October 31st or November 15th? So, right, a little bit further out, it's going to have a higher odds. Bitcoin above what on October 10th? So tomorrow, will it be above 112 or $114? And you can see them all there. What price will Ethereum be in a hit in October? What price will Bitcoin hit October 6th through 12th? On and on and on. So you can bet on these different things based on your gut. But again, in the comments, wouldn't you just buy the coin? Okay, but here's the new thing is you can bet on the weather. And that's where Nubila and the Nubila Nodes come into play and how you can make money on a variety of things, but this is one of the things that the Nubila network is either working on or currently supporting. You have to have reliable information when it comes to betting, right? And it has to be verified. All right, so September 25, temperatures will increase how many degrees Celsius? Weather in New York. What's the highest temperature in NYC going to be on the 9th? That's today, so that's probably already come and gone because it's now 10 p.m. there. I'm in Seattle, it's only 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven apiece. Let's see. So you can see that all the different things you can bet on here. And let's look at science, weather, hottest on record. Let's look at this one and see. Let's see how many, can we see how many bets there are? Second hottest, third hottest. There's been over $440,000 wagered on this. There's a lot of money in betting. Let's talk about Nubila. So Nubila, sorry, I just got a notification that I found a solo block on my Caspa miners. That's always nice. Okay, so Nubila starts off with their Marco weather stations. You can buy these. That's a bundle of 3. You don't need 3. You may need 3, but you can get them at $2.99. If you use my discount code, I'm going to ask you to use a different discount code. This time it's just Ray York, RAYYORK, my name. And you can put that into, let's look and see what that looks like if you do that. Let's add that to the cart. Let's check out. Oh, look, the code's already there, Ray York. Well, you'd have to type it in. That's going to save you 10%. That's great. So you're going to, instead of paying $300 for it, you're going to get basically $30 off with shipping to Seattle. If that's where you live, it's going to be $285. So that's pretty cool. So that was a little bit of a distraction, a little tangent there. Okay, so these weather stations are all over the world. I'm going to show you a quick map of them. If you haven't already seen it, I think it's pretty darn cool. I like Explorer maps where you can see where the different D-pin devices are. Now, if we zoom in, we can see that as we zoom in, we see more density. We can see that Wyoming needs some more, right? Like there's people in Casper, but there's not one Nubila weather station, that last mile weather station in Casper, Wyoming, which is interesting because that's for Wyoming, a fairly populated city, town. If we go in here, there's just that one in that town, just that one there. Okay, so you get the point. You can kind of drill down and see where the different weather stations are, what they're currently reporting. Let's see, 54 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 mile an hour wind, and your barometric pressure, UV index obviously is going to be 0 because it's dark there, like it is here, and 41% humidity. All right, so we can shrink that back down. But here's the thing that's pretty cool. That's the US, okay? We can go up to Canada. We've got a lot of viewers up in Canada. Again, not a lot of density there. We could probably get some more up there. There's a few up in Alaska. But let's check out the entire globe. How about down in South America? Fair number of them down there. It's actually an influencer down in the Brazil area that I watch every now and again, believe it or not. Look at Africa. There's a whole lot of ground to cover there. Granted, I know that that's not very heavily populated with a big technology backbone, but we definitely could have some more stations there. But let's look into Europe, right? There's a great density in Europe. Let's go down. What do we have down here? None in Antarctica. We're learning this together. I'm just now seeing it myself. Yeah, so there you go. Uh, Australia has obviously pretty good density where the population is. These are fun little maps. Sorry for this. Thank you for indulging me. Let's look at Hawaii. I was curious. I saw this earlier. Wondered how many stations there are in Hawaii. Quite a few, really. Let's see. Okay, enough of that. So the Explorer page is fun. I enjoy that. But let's go back to Helium Deploy. So right now, the Nubilas have been on sale for quite some time, but tomorrow, maybe you're watching it now, being October 10th today, and 14 hours from now, you are able to get the validator nodes. What the nodes do is they validate that all the information that these different stations are reporting is so. For example, let's say I don't know if this is the case, but let's say that you get rewarded. This Marco owner gets rewarded if there's wind, and so they go, "Hey, I got a great idea. I'll just put a hairdryer on it, and it'll have wind." But in that situation, maybe this one has, I don't know, 25-mile-an-hour winds, and this one has 0, and that one has 2, and the one over here has 1 mile per hour. They're going to go, this is an outlier. It's not accurate for some reason. We don't know why. We're not saying the guy or gal who owns it is a liar or a scammer, but we're going to say that that's an outlier, and we're going to take that information off the record. And that's what the nodes do. So this is that decentralization that we talk about when we talk about D-pin devices, is that it's not one server that all the devices report to. It's a bunch of validation that happens all around the planet. And you get the opportunity to be one of those people in those sites that validate them. Now you will, as I understand it, we'll know more tomorrow after the launch, but I believe that you can run these nodes on a mini PC at your home, maybe an old computer you have laying around. It needs to have, I think, at least 2 cores on the processor. Well, you can see the details in the link below of what you need. But basically, it's a pretty low power PC that you can just have plugged in your home and running this all the time and just making you money. Um, the uh, the node that you choose is going to be based on the rewards you want to receive. So most people honestly are going to go with the cloud node. And check out this other video that I have. I guess it's going to be there. Check out the card there, which breaks down how the rewards are distributed based on the node. Obviously, if you buy a bigger node, you're going to get more rewards. I do know that the cloud node and the sunny node is 10x more rewards than the cloud node. And again, check out that one, that other video, because it does go into that in greater detail. I just wanted to kind of give you a little highlight here and bring to your attention that the node drop is Friday, October 10th, and it's a very limited release. Once they're gone, they're gone. And not financial advice, but I'm telling you that you have the ability to potentially make good income from leveraging an old PC you have in your home, old computer you have in your home, or you can even remote host these at a place like NodeOps. There's services all over the internet where you can remote host nodes. And they're necessary. They're part of the health of a decentralized network. So once again, please check out the other video. If you're going to order one of these, use my code Ray York, RAYYORK. I'm sure I have QR codes throughout this. I'll do in post here where you can just scan it with your phone. It'll go to the right place. But just check to make sure that that discount code Ray York is in there so that you get the 10% off. I just get just a little bit, which does support the channel and I appreciate, but also shows Helium Deploy that I'm generating content that supports their product and their company, which I actually like. I like the guys at the Helium Deploy a lot and what they're doing. So yeah, that'd be great. And in the comments, let me know if you bought one, which one you bought, and over time, if this is a week down the road you're seeing this, or a year down the road, I would love to know what those rewards, and the people who watch this video would love to know what those rewards looked like. So thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you hanging out. And I'm excited to see what the results are going to be with these nodes once they launch tomorrow. And again, anything on Helium Deploy, use that code Ray York and for 10% off. And yeah, that's great. Thanks for watching.